Grand Rising. Hi, today is Monday, March 6th, 2023. You're welcome to Grand Rising with Rise Up with Blooming Lotus. My name is Danyelle Claxton. I'm owner and operator of Blooming Lotus Wellness, and we are here. I'm sorry, in my mind, there's on YouTube, there's this YouTuber, her name is Bailey Sarian. And in my mind, when I started talking, I almost wanted to go into her YouTube intro. Because on Mondays, she does murder mystery makeup Mondays. So she talks about a current murder, could be a historical murder event or a current murder event, but she talks about it while she does her makeup at the same time. So I was literally about to open up with that. And I'm like, no, I'm not Bailey Sarian and I'm not doing murder mystery makeup Monday. I'm like, oh. But yeah. Hello. I am here. I am so thankful for Pam and Queen Aduni holding it down last Monday. Had a bit of an experience, still going through a bit of an experience, but I think I have a better understanding of exactly what's going on. I wasn't on my show yesterday because I couldn't get out of bed because I was experiencing like the worst pain in my right leg ever. Still don't necessarily have a diagnosis as of right now, but I do have medication to relieve whatever's going on. Um, you know, I think last Sunday, I know I spent all day on the floor. Like I literally made a pallet in front of my television. It was like it is so much more comfortable being on the floor than trying to sit on the couch. And I'm glad that I gave my body time to try to figure out what was going on because it wasn't affecting my heart or my breathing or anything like that. I really tried to give myself time to figure out what the heck what was going on in my body before going to the emergency room. And when I finally,
So share what was happening.
So Saturday morning, I did a great workout. The gym facility on my property finally opened back up. They redid the gym with all brand new equipment. And I did myself a nice workout. I warmed up. I worked out with weights. I cooled down with stretches and everything. So it's about a good hour and a half workout. I went to go work with a client that is no weight bearing. So if you don't know what no weight bearing means, it means that basically they can't lift themselves up, period. You got to do all the lifting. And we used her transfer board. And if you've ever seen a transfer board, it is like a board maybe about this long and maybe about the width of a book. And you slide the board underneath the client, and the client uses their upper body strength to propel themselves from the wheelchair into the bed. Because trust me, all her weight is in is in her bottom. I don't know what happened, what trauma is stored in her body, but her whole lower half just tenses up and seizes up. Also, which is an interesting fact about her, is the fact that when it comes to clean her inside her jewel area, it could potentially clench up, like a snapper. Like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what is it? And she woke up like that, like just couldn't walk or whatever. And so I came home, and as soon as I got in the house to try to get comfortable, I had already been experiencing lower back pain, but it was nothing that I, couldn't put, CBD salve on, it wasn't extreme. It was uncomfortable, but it wasn't extreme. But it shifted from my lower back to my right hip and leg area. And instantly, it's like all of a sudden, I couldn't walk without being in pain. I'm sitting here like, what the hell is going on? I was on the phone with a friend of mine. I was like, I got to get off the phone. First thing in my mind is like, let me get into the tub. Because it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. It's like, let me soak in some Epsom salt. Maybe that will pull out whatever this is. I actually crawled into the tub, got into the tub for like 20 minutes with Epsom salt, and it still hadn't subsided. it's like if I tried to get up and walk, it would shoot all the way down my leg to my foot. And, I couldn't walk on that leg. So I literally sat and wrapped up in the towel because at that particular time, my partner was actually getting off of work on his way home. I called him. I was like, something is wrong. I don't know what's going on. I'm in extreme pain. And I just literally like sat there. I think I laid on the floor for a second because it was much more comfortable being on the floor. Plus, I know it's grounding. I know it's healing. I'm on the first level. So it's like, I'm just going to try to wait this out. Whatever was going on, um, I had something to do with the muscle because I couldn't bend my leg straight. So like if my arm is like this, you know how you flex everything, I couldn't like really get it past a certain point because it hurt so bad. And it was definitely coming from, you can feel it coming from the right side, the right hip area. And so when he got home, and it's very interesting perspective because at one point I even thought about calling about EMS, and I'm like, I'm on the floor naked on a towel, which I'm glad. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've seen this before, but I'm thinking, I don't even know what my wallet is. Yeah, we ain't trying to go that route. Because I'm like, it's just stuff was just not where it was supposed to be. I'm like, okay. So when he came home, it was a series of like, by the time I actually was able to get into bed, but I'm in bed and I couldn't get comfortable in bed. It almost felt like my leg had like restless. You could feel the nerves in my leg. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I could feel everything going to my foot. There was a series of massages going on. I think I finally got the heating pad, and it was just everything. When you look it up, points to sciatica, which has something to do with the slip disc, which I don't remember slipping anything. I haven't fallen or anything of that nature. And I just wanted to see what my body was going to do before I actually, my spirit told me, this is nerve. So even if I went to an ER, they're not going to do an MRI or anything like that to try to figure out what's going on. So I just, whatever it was nerve. I had to calm the nerve down. And I drank the tea I could get to was, I have a coffee that's like a coffee replacement that's like a ashwagandha and chaga mushroom. So I was trying to drink the tea, but remember, it's hard to make tea when you can't walk. So I couldn't get to any of my herbals or anything like that because I could barely put weight on my leg. I chilled out Saturday. I chilled out Monday, meaning I wasn't trying to move or anything. And by Monday, something told me to take his leftover pain meds from his surgery. I know we're not supposed to do that, but I'm trying to figure out something before I run to the ER. And I did take it and it worked, but it was only so many pills in the bottle. So by Wednesday, still couldn't put weight on my leg. I could move when I took the pain meds. I could move, and it worked 6 hours, every 6 hours. I could move, but I couldn't stand. What got me is I couldn't stand longer than 5 minutes with weight on that leg. So when I still had to work, unfortunately. And so when I went to Tuesday, when I went to my client's house, I just had to sit down. Every 5 minutes, I just had to sit down. And Wednesday night, I finally went to the ER, Providence, which is like 10 minutes from where I live here in Southfield. Was there for about 2 hours. They didn't draw blood. Once again, there was no MRI, there was no X-ray because this wasn't bone or anything like that. They did exactly what I thought they was going to do. They was going to just prescribe me pain meds and a muscle relaxant. I did get a shot of the muscle relaxant and some pain medication. And I got the prescriptions for the muscle relaxants and the pain. Now, I haven't taken any pain medicine since I got that shot Wednesday. But I have taken the muscle relaxants, and the muscle relaxants is telling me to take 2 pills every 4 times a day, which seems way too much. My spirit is like, just take it once or twice a day as you need it. So I've been taking it once or twice a day, and I'm functioning. What is it? They wrote a script for me to go see my primary doctor. Don't have a primary doctor right now because I just got insurance in January, and I hadn't started the process of getting a primary doctor. And it's not that I'm, wasn't, I'm very particular about the doctors in my life. So I haven't, I started researching doctors, and yes, I research that. I just don't go to people just because you say go to people. I need to know, who is this person? What is their credentials? And what's most important to me is that they look like me, because my mother, I don't think she intentionally did this, but growing up, all of my doctors, I realized all of my doctors were Black and female. So even my dentist. So now that's exactly when it comes to creating a medical team to work with me. I want somebody Black, I want somebody female, and I also want somebody that understands that I'm that's going to work with me with holistic treatments first before we go to medicinal and surgery. So I do research. So I'm in the process of still doing research. So I got enough medication for like 2 weeks, the way that they prescribed it, but the way that I'm taking it, it's probably going to last a good month and a half because I'm not feeling pain like that. And I know, well, what is it? If it's muscular and nerves, you still have to get up and move it so it can not get stiff. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, if I did have a doctor right now and they prescribe physical therapy, because I'm a caregiver and I've seen the workouts that my clients have done with physical therapy, like physical therapy is nothing more than a combination of yoga and Pilates, anyways, or chair exercises. So I have to create my own regimen um, to strengthen. I think my spirit is telling me my psoas muscles, but also I need to see Dr. Nicole. It's like, oh, I want to see Dr. Nicole. I want to get another chiropractic adjustment. I don't know where this started. I know I had a stretch appointment like the day before Valentine's Day and got professionally stretched out, an assessment, which felt great. And the guy told me that my psoas muscles, which is like, it's a muscle that runs diagonally um, down our abdomen, and it had something to do with our hips. And he's like, your muscles are a little weak, which is probably true because I have not been working out. And I've been saying I want to tone up for a while. So he said they're a little weak, but he was complimenting on my strength and also my flexibility. He's like, most of my clients are not as flexible as you. So I took that as a compliment. And then the back pain started Valentine's Day because that's when I had to make an emergency, what was that, appointment to go see the chiropractor because I felt something. I felt the lower back pain, but then it shot. I've never felt pain like that on Valentine's Day. And so when I told my mate, he's like, do you want to go to the chiropractor? Yes. I went to the chiropractor, got an adjustment, got relief, still had a little bit back pain, but it wasn't bothering me. And then we move all the way up to Saturday. And then it's like all of a sudden I can't move. So obviously there's some trauma in my body that spirit is telling me needs to come out. Interesting fact, because I talked to a friend of mine that we talk about medical stuff all the time. When I was on the floor in pain for whatever reason, if we can talk about anything and everything, um, for whatever reason, while I was in pain, I was also, I wouldn't say I was orgasming because that was not pleasure, but my body was releasing vaginal fluid, and I'm sitting here like, why am I getting wet if I'm in pain? I'm not a sadist, and I'm not into S&M, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So when I talked to my friend about it, she was like, well, your body is a release, regardless if that particular body, you know what I'm saying, if it's pleasure or if it's pain, it was releasing something from your body. So while you was in pain, your body was releasing. I was like, oh, wow, okay, that does make sense. I just never experienced it on that spectrum. And so putting all this together, there's trauma in the body, probably so, because I am a clumsy person. I'm the type of person that I would still fall. If I fall, I still pop up. And even if you fall, a fall still could be trauma to the body. So yeah, I'm getting my physical team together, and I'm getting my metaphysical team together. Dr. Nicole, I talked to Sunzi. She was like, well, we can do energy work remotely. I was like, yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, okay. So there's some energy work. And I'm probably coming to the conclusion because my friend Kiera had same thing happened to her when she was working with the same client. She's like, that's why she stopped working with that client because she would be physically messed up. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'm become as a healer, maybe I'm becoming a little too sensitive to other people's what is it? Physical, when it comes to doing physical work on this caregiving job, maybe I'm getting to be a little bit too sensitive energy wise, meaning, you know, I don't need to be around nobody that has that specific issue. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need to be around that because I'm physically sensitive. And I realize, I haven't, I'll be honest, I have not been taking the best care of myself, working out and eating the right foods. And then talking to Sheila, it was by the grace of God I was able to get out of a certain financial situation. What was it, in February? But it was still traumatic because it's like it's the stress of, oh, I got to get this money, I got to get this money, I got this money. I realized, when's the last time I've been on the beach? When's the last time I've been in the sun? When's the last time I actually been out and commune with nature? Rest and relax and actually had respite. And I thought about it. I'm like, it's been a while. So yeah, that whole experience has triggered that. And it also made me question my position as a caregiver. I'm like, it's something that I got into because it was fulfilling the need of paying bills, but I haven't had any advancement in my field. I tried to go to CNA class. If I go to CNA school for 2 weeks in the state of Michigan, I can get a certified paper to be a certified CNA and be guaranteed a start rate of like $25 anywhere in the state of Michigan. And it's like every financial block keeps coming in order for that not to happen. I'm like, okay, so I'm considered what they call a direct care worker. Direct care workers, yes, the state has gone up on the hourly rate. Even in the private sector, they have gone up on the hourly rate. Problem is, inflation came, gas prices came, all this other stuff. So it's like I feel like I'm back at start one. When I started, it was like $13.50 an hour. Now I'm at 16, 17. It's like with everything eating everything up, it's like it's not balancing out. So I'm like, okay. And it's a lot of the physical demand when you're dealing with clients that have a lot of issues, like, lifting and, changing sheets in the bed while the client's in the bed because they can't get out. It's a lot of physical work. And now I'm sitting here thinking that, is this even really worth it? So it brought a lot of attention to a lot of things, like, okay, what direction do I really want to go? Because not having full insurance and also not being able to take off of work, I still had to work. Because I don't have the benefits. I don't have time off. I don't have paid time off. I don't have medical time off. I don't have PTO. I don't have none of that. And I still had to go to work. And I'm like, if it wasn't for the fact that he had medication here, or I went and got that shot, I wouldn't have been of any service to my client. And unfortunately, my client was 80 years old. She doesn't get up out of her chair. And her son happened to be out of town this week as well. So it's like, I'm like, okay, you know what? We need to rethink some things. But I am doing much better. Like I said, I'm taking the muscle relaxant, but not according to how they prescribed it. And I'm doing my own physical therapy so I can strengthen up my muscles in my body. And sometime this week, I'm going to see Dr. Nicole for a massage because I know I'm way overdue for a massage. And I'm also getting energy work from Sunzi, because yeah, the healers need to be healed. And I'm trying to not trying. I know I got to squeeze. I'm figuring out some rest and relaxation out in nature because that's what my spirit is telling me. So I'm listening. I'm definitely listening to my body, and figuring out the other stuff. So that's exactly what happened.
Wow.
That was all last week.
Okay. Anyone else want to greet us this morning? How was your weekend?
And I missed you guys. I did miss you guys. I was like, oh my God, like I missed them. And Monday I just couldn't get out of bed. Or I got up, I woke up and I was like, I couldn't even make it to the bathroom to wash my face. And I thought about doing the show from the bed, but I was like, I didn't even have the setup to do that. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna rest. I'm just gonna rest and relax because I'm not gonna stress about it because I'm like, it's just one day. And yeah, that's what happened. But how's everybody? How was everybody's weekend? Bridget, I just want to say I've seen your work from the event that Saturday. And I'm like, that looked absolutely, those tables and everything look absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
She must be with a client.
That's okay. Ebony, I saw Ebony over at Namaste, and I just want to show this off. I'm loving this idea as a marketing idea. This is some sort of vinyl. And I love it because it's not, this is her like card. And it says that Namaste is every third Saturday, February through August, through a secret location. And if you want to find out more information, you have the QR code. I love this because it's like a plastic that's gonna last forever. And I'm loving this concept. So I'm showing this because I think it might be something that we can use for Grand Rising, for the conference for Grand Rising Elizabeth, or just Grand Rising Elizabeth, period. Because it's reusable. It's not paper. So if it gets wet, it's not going to it's not going to deteriorate or anything like that. And she got this from February to also just remember that Namaste is February through August, every third Saturday. Every third Saturday. And I have been doing more work. Now that I think about it, I have been doing more work releasing trauma, which I didn't think I had any trauma. And I did go to Namaste, and that felt great, moving on that mat and just being in that energy. And yeah, I think this is a lot of stuff built up in my body that's starting to come out that I didn't even know that was there. So I will what is it? Say that. Hi Ebony, how you doing? You look like you're on the move.
Grand Rising, ladies.
We're rising.
And yes, I am on the move. I have a retreat after work, so I'm just getting prepared to get my day going.
Oh, where's the retreat at?
It is downtown on Trumbull and Michigan Avenue. It's our Beyond Co retreat. Me and Sister Dietrich are going on behalf of our Just Transition team. But Danielle, I love this. You look so good today.
Thank you.
I'm happy that you're back.
I'm happy to be back. I'm like, I don't like pain. And I was like, I sympathize with every person that's ever had that was in pain. I'm like, I would never doubt anybody ever again in life. Because I'm like, ooh, that was an experience. And I'm like, trust me, I still feel some remnants. Like we not 100% there, but I'm definitely way much better this Monday than where I was last Monday. But thank you. I want to say yesterday I had a guest on my show by the name of Zarina El Amin, and yesterday she had a community book reading and signing for their book. Her book, I love this. It's called At Their Feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this book. It's 50 Black Muslim elders share stories of faith and community life. So I am loving this, and I'm going to show you what I love about this. This is her father right here. I was a caregiver to her father. Lovely man, intelligent man. And he has a book called The Spiritual Adam. And I know I have his book, and I got to pull his book out because I'm like, I'm going to read his book. But I am very interested. I went there to go pick up books. Very interested in reading this. I had one of the elders from the book invite me to Islam. I thought that was sweet. I was like, okay. Never been invited to Islam. Been invited to get back into Christianity plenty of times. But I'm like, never had an invite to Islam. I was like, okay, that's very sweet of her. And I picked up some books for my supervisor and a couple of other people. So I'm excited to dig into this and see what wisdom they have to offer. Even Zarina's in here. And I just looked and saw that Zarina's in here. No, there's another. Oh yes, this is Zarina. So yeah, that was the one outing that I went to last night, and I got this book. I can't wait to start reading it. And it got me thinking. Zarina also helps people create their books as well. Yeah, in the book creation process. So I know I want to take the idea, even with my own family, create a book with my elder aunts and uncles, because I know there's a lot of stories that need to be told as well.
Mhm.
Oh. Yes, I'm happy to be drinking my CBD coffee back because I know that helps. And
Rita? Yeah, they're loving.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get back on track because, like I said, I took a week off and didn't do a whole lot of extra stuff. Okay. Anybody else want to check out what did they do this weekend? What inspired them? I'm missing Mama Evelyn. I was waiting to hear about the what is it? Ruby Red. I
I
saw
know, right? Isn't that cute?
saw in that chat. I'm loving how she manifested that. I was like, I love seeing my Elizabeths what is it? Prosper and actually get what they desire. So I was like, wanted to hear more about Ruby Red.
Well, while we are uh, um, here, I want to show, let me make sure I can do that. Bridget and the rest of you, the facility. I gotta pull it up.
And I do also, today is a full moon, guys. If you didn't know, today is a full moon. It's the worm moon. Um, it's all about abundance and prosperity and actually getting what you want if you didn't really know. Um, I'm trying to see, it says a worm moon in Virgo. It's a lot of energy in this cycle. While Krina Dooney brings this up, seeds of intention and earthing barefoot and connecting with Mother Earth. It says anything is possible with this cycle. Focus your energy where your soul directs you. Trust your feelings and intuition. Clear away clutter, unhealthy relationship habits, toxic emotional behaviors, unhealthy attachments, habits at this time. This is the time for getting organized and cleanse all things on the physical plane. And I've been cleaning some stuff out. Take a second look. Oh, it's funny. Take a second look at your healing journey. The lessons and silver linings are brought to the surface so you can step into your power into this next step of your journey. Isn't that interesting? Okay. It says time to nourish your physical body. Try a cleanse, a detox, a new way of healthy eating habits. Cut out the junk. The cycle calls for you to recharge, refill your cup, reinvent yourself, let go of any obstacles weighing you down on your heart. The signs that are most affected during this time is going to be Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Virgo. So I've seen a lot of rituals on social media, but the most simplest one is writing down and releasing and burn on a piece of paper along with the new moon, the wishes that you want for the full moon. I've seen people write down stuff that they want on bay leaves and burning it with a white candle. So I'm definitely going to be doing this tonight. And if you have any crystals, any crystal jewelry, you want to rinse it off under some salt water and then put it outside, not outside. If you can put it outside, but put it in the window so that the moonlight can actually charge it up. So today is full moon. I didn't even read that last night. I just took a screenshot because I knew I was going to read it on the show today. But that part about take a look at your healing journey. That is powerful right there.
Okay.
And make sure I put that in the group too.
Okay, so I don't know if Bridget, I know you're busy. If you can see. Even if you can't talk. So there's the auditorium room. I'm trying to see if I could just.
Not, but
What was that?
Now, is this church in Southwest Detroit?
It's on Woodward. It's on Woodward.
Okay, that hall looks familiar. That space has a lot of potential.
Great.
So is everything going to be in this particular room right here?
The vendors are downstairs. This is where the conference will be, and the vendors will be downstairs. Yeah. So this is downstairs. And this is where the vendors will be. A kitchen and area. Well, they actually have a big kitchen. But it's not usable right now as far as cooking. And this is a room inside where the vendors are. It's a separate room. This is going to that room. So I'm just thinking we can use that room for people eating, because this room will be filled with vendors. So when they get their food, they can go in that room and eat.
How big is that room?
What you see.
No, I'm like, is that the room inside the room?
No, this is, oh, you talking about this is the big room. And then what you first saw was a smaller room.
Okay.
Right there. You see where those doors are?
Mm-hmm.
That's a separate room. We have this TV and another one. We also have the TV upstairs for those who are attending online. I'm working on that right now. This is that room. This is from that room going out into the large room. And that's it.
Oh, that looks awesome. That looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's going on here with the mask?
Oh, that's Chakrisha and her daughter. They were sharing. It's on the WhatsApp, I think.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Your Mama Evelyn's car. What did she call it? Red something?
Ruby Red.
Ruby Red. Mm-hmm.
Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose. I'm sorry, Ruby Rose.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there go Evelyn's phone. Hi, Mama Evelyn. I think that's Mama Evelyn.
Huh?
I think that's Mama Evelyn.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's me.
Oh, she can be out and about now, see.
I have to be on taking RJ to school on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Sheena started her new schedule
Mm-hmm.
in her new position that she will be keeping.
What's her new position?
Well, it's because she was like a tech advisor, senior tech advisor at Apple before, and now it's dealing with I can't say what the name of the position is, but it's dealing more with troubleshooting, like people who have sent their iPhones in or their devices in and tracking them and and making sure compensating them if something goes haywire and stuff like that. And it's a lot less stressful as far as being on the call with people who are really upset about technical things that you can do nothing about. And this for her, this would be just you can spend longer time with the customers. She doesn't have to be attempt to hurry up the call or whatever, which you never can do with some people, but it'll be all she has to learn is a lot of procedural work. And so and she's taking a breath now. She's getting the hang of it. So.
Okay. And let me ask you a question. How long has Sheena been with Apple?
Since RJ was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 7 years, going on 8 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She has been truly blessed as far as jobs are concerned. She started out at City Year out of high school. And then she went, I think she did 2 years so that she would get almost $10,000 in money for higher education. And then she went to Irene's Smile Massage School, and she had the money to pay for that and to buy all her equipment and stuff. And then she went to work at it was a kiosk out at East when Eastland was up. Eastland is no more now. So it was Dakota Watch Company. And then her friend hired her into T-Mobile. He didn't let T-Mobile know she was a friend, but and then she was at T-Mobile until they closed her store, and then a month or so later, she was hired at Apple. So yeah, my baby's been working. She needs a vacation.
I was just talking about that. I need to spend some time out in nature. And I've been watching what is it, Reverend Shahira? And it's funny because one of my belly dance students went to Costa Rica, and it wasn't until I was, scrolling on social media, they're at the same retreat. And it happens to be a trauma retreat by a woman named Dr. Rose. And I think Dr. Rose has her, I think I correlated together. Don't quote me on this, but I think Dr. Rose has the Bloom Transformation Center right there in Iron Street. I think that's the same person. So they just completed a week in Costa Rica, and I'm just looking and when I talked about how it's funny how if I have a question, if I just ask the universe, hey, I have a question about this, I want to find out more information about this, somehow, some way, somehow, I get the answer to my question. Sheila, you and I were talking about that. I was like, I see Rev. I was like, I want to know where Rev is at, because I'm like, wherever she at, need to be there. And sure enough, on social media, from one of my belly dance students, it pops up. And I was like, oh, that's where you guys are at. So I can't wait for Reverend Shahira to come back when she actually gets back. I can't wait to hear more about the retreat in Costa Rica that she just completed. Because my belly dance student is over there with her. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm excited. And yeah, I'm looking to create something myself. We do need a vacation.
Very much so. Very much so.
So I do want to do an exercise today because, like I said, today is the full moon, and I know what I need to do is actually get back and doing some ritual. So I want to know how many of us have a white candle at home. I know we all have some tea lights somewhere or a white candle. You don't have to do it right now, but if you have a white candle at home, today is a full moon. Look at you, Mama Evelyn.
My calendar says, I guess going into my calendar says tomorrow, but I see we're going into, so yeah. So I saw that. That's what, we are so freaking in sync. This is crazy. I woke up this morning. First of all, I forgot to set my alarm, but I woke up at 5:30 on the nose. Okay. And then I get up and I wash up and stuff, and I go in my room and I go to YouTube, and I want to see, because I know we've talked about what you're supposed to do on the new moon and what you're supposed to do on the full moon. So I wanted to get it clear and write it down. How are we in sync here?
Well, I don't know why, but on my Apple phone, I got to figure out how I have this, but I actually have the astrological stuff on my calendar on my Apple phone. So you're right. The full moon is tomorrow, but we're in that energy. So you can always do stuff, the day before and the day after. And I really can't wait until the weather breaks to actually do stuff outside. My spirit is like, I'm so ready to go be outside, but we got to have some more warmth in order to do that. And, as you get out the car, please show us what is it? Is it Ruby Rose?
Oh, sure. Okay, let me turn the camera around.
And I have to say, I'm so proud of you because we've been talking about you've been manifesting the car this whole year.
Yes, and we it's I want to say that. Okay, this is Ruby.
Oh,
Gorgeous.
Only had 2 owners, was down in Florida.
uh-huh.
They sent us the Carfax. It has less
And
than
it's
60,000
2018.
miles on it. 2018.
Wow. Less than 60,000?
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Where'd you get it from?
So it's Feldman Auto. It's up in what is that? Past Pontiac. It's like, what is that? Waterford.
How'd you find
Um,
them?
you know what? Check this out. Sheena was scrolling on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
and um she came across a friend of hers that she used to work with at T-Mobile. And he's a good guy. He was like a womanizer, but he was smooth with his stuff. But he had a plan for his life. He wasn't playing around. He was about his business. But he just liked the women. Okay, and so he was posting pictures of the cars, and he had just got this job. He had just got this job at this dealership because he had left T-Mobile. Um, and Sheena and him got to talking. So she was training and talking to him at the same time. And he showed her this car. And so first of all, she was working on trying to get $1,000 down. And so things worked and worked. So this is like $500 down. Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
And he came and got us Saturday morning at like 10:30. And yeah, and we were his first car sale.
Oh,
Awesome.
nice.
Yeah. So, and we just went with it, and and to listen to Sheena's dad. Well, first of all, Sheena asked me, would I be willing to co-sign, but it looks like I'm the primary on this car, but that's okay. But with the both of us, we were able to get it. So, yeah, but her dad, I said, ask your dad first, give him a chance to step up. And he told her no. And I said, that's okay. Then you can put me down. And it all worked out.
Ashe, I'm so happy for you.
Lucifer here, meet me at the door.
Because he's probably used to you being there all the time. Now he like, wait a minute, she up and out? What's happening here?
Yes, he whines. He knows when I'm getting my shoes on and my coat on just to go out in the garage. And so he will be at the door yelling at me, and I tell him, no, you can't go out. He'll fuss back at me. So I'm back in the house now. Is it just the 3 of us? Who else is on the call?
We got Star, we got Lolly,
Oh, Star.
we got
Okay.
Bridget.
Okay, I just can't see everybody on my phone. But when I get to my computer, I'll be able to.
And Ebony.
And Ebony.
Ebony. Okay, everybody quiet.
It is quiet today. It's like it's
Like, doing A Course in Miracles, it made me think about my neighbors differently. Because you remember I said I was complaining because, these men got snow blowers and they never blow our snow and blah, blah, blah. It was that, what is that chatter? Yeah, so I cut that chatter out and I said, my neighbor is myself. And guess who plowed our walkway all the way to the new property line, the property line that we know it is, and up our driveway, so we had a walkway out that wasn't snowed in. The neighbor next door.
The neighbor.
Yes.
You turned that
said, oh
story around, didn't you?
Yes. So I texted his wife and I said, tell Trey, I said, thank you so much. really appreciate it.
Mhm.
So I said, oh, look at God working. And oh my goodness, I've been doing my lessons and reading and practicing. And oh my goodness. And Michael's so proud of me because he knows about A Course in Miracles and stuff. And so, but he still has that. I don't know. It's a way to kind of, I guess he like bring us back to reality. I said, this is not reality. I said, so I think that's because we're both Capricorns. Okay. So that's what I figure. That chatter sometimes, even though he believes he still has that going on.
Oh, wow. I keep hearing about this Course in Miracles. Sounds pretty amazing.
It is. It's a different way of thinking.
You know,
It is a
Danielle,
different way of thinking.
It's a different way of thinking and transformation and a practice, just kind of like landmark as far as the impact on your life.
Mm-hmm. Which Landmark, they're trying to get me back in. I've taken a break from Landmark, and they want me to do Team 2 or the leadership program. It's like at this moment, I just don't know. And I just probably need to consult God. I just don't know which direction to go. At this point right now, I don't necessarily want to give that commitment yet. It's like kind of like having a little freedom in my life right now.
So you were going to do some kind of exercise? We're at 9, almost 9 o'clock now.
We're at 9 o'clock. Yeah. What is it?
5 minutes till.
And thank you, Mama Evelyn, because everything I thought the new moon was today, but you're right, it is tomorrow. Full moon is tomorrow.
Because I got it color coordinated on my calendar. I got purple for the full moon, pink for the new moon, and I have ACIM every Thursday for the whole year. And then in blue marker I have for my listening partners the end of the month get together up until November.
What do you all do?
I love it.
The listening partners, what is that about?
The listening partners is that's Gwen Winston's baby. It's a part of the Wisdom Institute, and they've done things like when I got into it, it was me and Mama Sumara attempting to help young adults come up with an art project. Like one lady, because we didn't have too many kids. I don't even think we had like 2 kids, come up with an art project that they could turn into a product and sell at festivals. So that's the way it started out. And the listening partners are just that, a way to listen, a way to listen and show that you understand without saying, well, I hear you say such and such and such. It's a different vibe. And so we practice on each other, and I attempt to practice wherever I can, and just because it started out with a place for young mothers, young pregnant women and mothers to have somebody to sound things off of. So something like we do here, and so this so I'm going to be doing some art projects with them, and I believe we can invite people. I believe we can. I'll make sure of that. But yeah, that's what it is. And I was meeting with them every other Saturday during the pandemic. I came in on that, and there is a I can't remember her name because I'm so bad, but she gives us instruction. She has us, that's her thing. Communication is talking listening. And yeah. So
Mhm.
it's sort of like, I'm thinking, like I said, Reverend Amani, it's like, hearing, breaking through the crap of what you're saying and get down to the nitty gritty but make you feel heard,
Yeah,
so, and
yeah.
understood, and not no judgment, just like, yeah. Well,
How long have you
yeah.
been with that group?
Well, I think
Yeah,
technically and spiritually since 2007.
wow.
She was giving it up for a while because it kind of waned, like after Mama Sumara died and everything. And she was just gonna let it go. And then she met Cicely Allen
Mhm.
and Reverend Nicole Miller,
Mhm.
and they just breathed new life into it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's a whole new wave of, yeah.
That's awesome. Grand Rising,
Mhm.
Mama Head.
Great Rising. She popped in and she popped out. I know
She
she's gonna
come
come.
back out. Mhm.
Things. My camera isn't working. I gotta fix it right quick.
Mhm. Are you back, honey?
Oh yeah, I got back Saturday night.
How was their father's birthday?
It was good. He was asleep most of the time. He had to go to dialysis. He hadn't been able to stay for the whole 4 hours. So the other day he was able to stay for 4 hours and he was really weak. So he wasn't able to be participatory. But we
Mhm.
decorated his door and so yeah, we got him straight.
Mhm.
He's at home, right?
No, he's at a nurse. He has a nurse. He's in
Oh, he's in
a
a facility.
yeah. It's a he has his own apartment, but they still have everything. They can go eat and everything
Yeah, yeah.
in the dining room. It's not assisted living, but we might have to switch him over to us because he's too heavy for my sister to lift and pull and put. Help.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have his rotator cuff operated on, and that's gonna be something. I said, Lene, you're not gonna be able to do that by yourself, honey. You're not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah.
Get some help. She's having a time.
What city is he in?
They're in Maryville, Indiana.
Indiana? Okay.
Uh-huh.
And
So she's got to find resources, and he's a vet too. So I told her you got to utilize all of that.
oh yeah, the veterans have something called a if he should qualify for his aid in attendance. And that's a particular pension set aside for veterans specifically for funds for home care.
Right.
So I'm like, you and
Yeah,
I
but
are
it is in Indiana's rules are different. So that's the thing that's kind of tangly for her. So
well, we can talk off camera because the one thing about the veterans is federal. That has nothing to do with state. So whatever the feds say, that trumps whatever the state says. And
okay,
we can talk off camera.
I'll let her.
I know
Yeah, I'll give you.
I know a lot about that particular program. It's an excellent program. Um, and it's a lifetime
They
benefit
got
too.
shitty service. They got shitty service because they took him to vets to get his shoulder looked at because he was having a problem. They thought it was dislocated, and then they realized it was. Then they said it was arthritis, and now they found out that his rotator cuff is busted, so he got to get that operation. But they didn't do. They sent him there to get an ultrasound and look at that shoulder, and they never did that. They did everything else because his eyes are a little bit more bulgy than they were. So they said that we got to check your neck, and so they pulled fluid, but they never assessed that. And Lynette was like, you had him in here for observation and checking. You didn't do that.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, unfortunately, medical services for the vets is like they need to redo that whole program because I
Yeah,
hear so many
it's
horror
terrible.
stories about how they treat it. But if you
Yep.
have family members who are the advocates, and you have to stay on top of it and push through to get the services that you need.
Yeah. She's
So
getting she is able to get them to pay for everything. So that's she's able to do that, but she's just got it, and it's hard because she's got a new job. It's a whole lot. I'll talk to you later about it.
we'll talk, and one of the things is I like being an advocate. I like being administrator. So I think Spirit is pushing me more into that advocate administrator role more so than the um actually doing the work caregiver role, because there's a lot there. When you get into that paperwork, you know what I'm saying? It's not just the paperwork, it's the overall care management of our elders. And that is a
Mm.
that's a whole job unto itself, period.
Right.
And yeah, we'll talk because there's a whole plethora of resources, that's there. A
Okay.
lot of people don't know. And it's like, it's amazing to me how many people don't know what veteran wise, what they are eligible for. And we'll talk. But it's good to
Okay.
hear your voice.
Thank you. Glad to be
Mhm.
heard.
Like I love and appreciate all of you. I really, really
There
do.
you go.
There she is.
Yeah.
Oh, and also I saw the pictures of your parents, and I'm like, your mom was absolutely gorgeous. I was like, I see where you get your beauty from. I was like, oh
Thank
wow.
you.
And I saw a picture of Little Het, and Little Het is just like Big Het. I saw that. I was like, oh my, that's the cutest picture. I don't know who you were pointing to, but I was like, oh, there's that personality is still there. Okay.
That's me.
Love
Yeah,
it.
we ate my mother's favorite dish. I didn't have some ice cream and cake, so that I still have to have birthday cake and ice cream. So gotta do that.
Mhm.
But I gave my daddy instead a cookie. He wasn't supposed to have, but I gave him I said, here go your cupcake. That's your cupcake. Happy birthday. And we sang happy birthday.
Mm. How old is he now?
He's 80.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The big 80. He
Mhm.
grown. I told you grown now, Dad.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm glad we were able to celebrate because he called. I said I was like, I really needed he wasn't doing well last week, and he was like, kind of in crying, and because usually my dad hides things and he hides very well. But this time he was in pain and he was, like a little boy. So I was like, he heard and he was like, I need to see you. I was like, let me go. Because if he calling and saying, then that means you need to go see him.
Mhm.
I made sure I followed that, and get down. And my brother even came and brought his children. So that's how I was able to come back because I was supposed to come back Sunday at 7 and I wouldn't have been here for an event that I had to do. So I just jumped in the car with them. Thank goodness. And we've been through a lot, but I told my brother when he gets in his angst, I told him, I said, when my brother returns, I need my brother to call me. We get outside of ourselves and we're angry about whatever it is, the past, because it's not now, it's old stuff, But we were able
No.
to.
Ashe.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Mama Evelyn? I'm open.
I'm
Oh
listening.
no, I was just wondering are you daddy's girl? Because I was the
course.
only girl, but I was
Of
daddy's
course.
girl.
I'm the oldest, so
Yeah.
yes, I'm my mama's baby, even though my sister's, but she's more mature and she takes care of business like my mom. I'm more of the, in the black sheep.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's me. I'm the one that got away and went and started studying all other than in addition to the things that I've been instilled. I branched out and did things a different way. And my father really didn't approve of how I raised that. You're not spanking her. I was like, I don't have to spank her. I talked to her.
Yeah, I
I
tried
let her
that.
know, you cut
Whoops.
up. You
No,
cut up.
you
It
do.
felt like
I
slavery. Putting her
attempted
in a
that.
crib.
It just
It doesn't work. Mm-mm.
you
That's
hurting yourself more than you are them.
yeah. So that didn't work for
Mhm.
me. So I was like, I felt like slavery, like the whole bassinet, the crib. It felt like jail. I was like, I'm not doing all of that stuff. I couldn't do it. So, and we talked to her. I would tell her if she would cut up. I said, your ancestors gonna get you. And before I even get to say that she'll bump her toe or something crazy. I said, see, I told you. I said, I don't have to do nothing.
Yeah. A T-Mobile customer came in and gave Sheena a crib for RJ because he definitely needed one. But that boy stood up in there and never sat back down again.
They climb out,
Never
baby.
again.
Jungle gym. It becomes a jungle gym. You like, I don't
And
want
I
to
had
fall,
purchased Yeah, go ahead.
Get crafty. They get crafty on getting out. I love watching the children when they escape. You know, they jump. One little boy, he knew how to close the door to grab the doorknob to pull the crib over to the door, and he used that to get out the crib. Or they'll climb up and walk across their little changing table. I was like, oh no. I was like, these back brilliant for these.
And what gets me with that is that they do it with no fear.
Right.
No
They have
fear. Like it's just straight confidence, and it's like, wow. I'm like, okay. Like I know I was watching SVU. I was watching Law and Order, and there was a scene where Olivia, she turned her back, and somehow her son had climbed up on the kitchen counter to grab a cookie from up top of the refrigerator, and you know. I was talking to my partner, and I was like, "Oh, well, that's what they do." I'm like,
Oh yeah.
She was freaking out. Oh my God! I'm like, he didn't climb up.
He was safe. He wasn't worried about mama. Okay.
Mm-mm. No, that's you want them to do that. That's them exploring and testing. You know their skills. There's everything. I'm like,
Right.
oh, okay. I see it. I see it for what it's worth. I'm like, okay.
One of my girlfriends, her son and her daughter, they could climb and they could walk up the door jam. In between the door, they could, they put the legs and hold on and walk up the wall like Batman and Robin.
Goodness.
I was like, yeah. Oh my goodness. Aisha Ellis, her daughter, we call her daughter the stunt double, because her daughter they were so agile. Her kids were so agile. I mean, they could climb. They have one little boy. Did you see the one little boy that the pantry? He would climb up in the pantry, and the mother would have his baby food up at the top, and he would climb the shelves and go get his snack out the cabinet.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, children.
The little one.
We didn't have any living room furniture. I turned the living room into a play area. I had those mats down.
Yes.
And then I had that rectangular gate. Once that boy started pushing the gate into the den, I said, "You don't need the gate. Let's get rid of the gate." He wasn't in anything that would settle him down. He was gifted one of those musical swings, one of Sheena's co-workers, his daughter had outgrown it. He used it maybe once.
You turn around, they standing up.
One of the things that I remember and I love about my childhood is the fact that, okay, I'm still the part of that generation. I'm an 80s baby. I'm still part of that generation that I think like between like 4, 5, 6, like between 4 and 10, your parents put you outside. In the summertime, you was outside. Like you weren't allowed in the house. I have cousins. My little brother and my cousins are like 5 years younger than me. So I remember them always being outside. And when they came inside, they were boys. I never knew that little boys had a certain scent to them from being outside playing.
Fresh. Mama called that fresh.
I call it wet dogs. They smell like little wet dogs. And I was like, wait a minute. But I realized, that was actually a blessing to just go. And then the imagination that we had, it's amazing to me how the same backyard was always something different every time I went outside. And what is it? And I don't know if kids nowadays really appreciate being outside, just outdoors, just doing whatever.
Well, that's something about the Waldorf school. That is an intricate part. That's why they built the outdoor classrooms.
Classrooms, yeah.
Yeah, outdoor classrooms, because that's their thing, being outdoors. You have, as you get in the upper grades, because you're outdoors all the time in the child center, and then as you age, the recesses become less and less. And when RJ was down to TC, we only get 2. Only get 2 recesses. He used to 3 recesses, so it was funny.
Right. Where's my third? What happened to it?
I miss recess as an adult. Like, shoot, that being able to go outside. I don't know. Sometimes it's like, I remember going to college, and it seemed like we reverted back to kindergarten when we went to college, even though we had our own schedule. But it was like, you get to schedule your nap time, you get to schedule your snack time. try to figure out how all this is going to work out. And I'm like, oh, as an adult, I kind of miss that because it seemed like all that is just taken away. But when you add that stuff, it makes you a little bit more well balanced to do the work that you need to do.
Yeah. Yeah, my grandmother said my mother would come in with squishy shoes because she wasn't coming in the house to go to the bathroom. She just wet on herself and keep playing. She wasn't coming in the house. Shoes wet, the little white shoes.
No bathroom break.
Wet. We're not taking no break time. We're gonna stay out here till the cow till we can't go in. Free life on this time.
I know another kid used to do that, would not stop and just deal with it later. They was having too much fun to stop.
Once you get dry, you stay out if it's warm. Just don't drive.
Oh wow, those are some good memories, and I'm like, I'm listening to the messages that's coming through. So how are you, Star? Star is quiet today. Almani is quiet today. How are you, ladies?
Grand Rising,
Grand
awesome.
Rising.
You went on a trip?
Who?
Did you go on a trip?
In my mind, no, I haven't been there.
I thought somebody said you went on a trip.
No, but maybe I am going. I just don't know about it yet.
I know, right? Right.
I know, right?
I know that's right.
Right. I just don't know about it yet.
Pull
Huh?
a card. Where we going? Pull a card.
I know, right? Usually I have some cards. Of course, y'all already know I'm still lying down, getting my beauty
I
rest.
know you are.
Usually I have cards in the bed with me, but I don't today. I got books only.
I got some.
Couldn't you say, Mama,
Okay,
read a card.
Pull us a card.
And I gotta shuffle them like my grandmama. Hold on. My people with card sharks. They love
Reverend Almighty, did y'all meet on Sunday?
Oh no, girl, listen. That full moon be coming up on me so fast. I was like, I think I'm missing that one. So I
11.
was like, not be go. And then I can't find my recording. A couple people asked me for the recording for the class. I'm like, I can't even. Where the damn thing go? Shit, I can't find it. Tacretia is supposed to help me find it, so I can send it out to people. But Sunday is my be quiet and be with God day, so I don't really do much work on Sunday. I just like chill and just listen, be quiet, right, on Sunday. So, but I'm back in the game. I'm back in the game today.
All right.
Feeling better?
Yeah, I still got milk because I'm going up here today and make me a smoothie. Need to clean out my system good. But last night, girl, I have a friend who just passed away, and he ate raw. His diet was raw, and he came over once and gave us a class on raw eating and juicing. And I was like, you know what, Ron? I ain't gonna lie to you. I am not gonna eat all raw. That is just like, I'm a foodie, and that does not sound exciting to me. And so what he said to me was, you don't have to eat all raw, but you want to eat more live food than you do processed food. And so that right there just changed everything for me, because rather than getting bigger and bigger, I start maintaining my weight because I eat more live food than I do processed food. So yesterday I was hungry and I'm like, okay, I can make this little piece of salmon right here, but okay, I'll make a salad. And when I was cooking that salad, Ron came to me so clear as day. I'm like, oh, look at him showing up while I'm cooking, watching me. I made that salad. It was so beautiful. He's like, make your whole plate all salad and then put that salmon on top of it. Man, that was so delicious last night. It was so fresh and good. I was like, look at how the ancestors show up to assist you.
All right.
So that was real awesome last night. He showed up to assist me. And you know, Ron, he had us all because he had gone vegan because he almost went blind from diabetes. So he was legally blind. But I used to like tell Ron all the time, why you lying, acting like you blind? You ain't blind. He'd be walking, like he about to run into that. He would be walking and move right out the way of it. Walking up all those stairs like he know where he was going. I was like, you lying, you ain't blind. But legally blind. So yeah. So that he came up for me last night. I guess that's why I'm sharing him. Because I loved him so much. Yeah,
When's his birthday, Mama?
I don't know when Ron's birthday was.
Oh, we gotta get his numerology and stuff.
I don't know when Ron's birthday was. Ron was one of those people, you found out things about him, but when you was around him, it was just about loving on each other when you was around him.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It wasn't about, it was just like being in that space of love with him. Right. Yeah, that's who he was. That's what had him be so awesome. Is that when you got in his space, it was just love and happiness and laughter, and that was it. That's the space we were in. So it wasn't no like, what you do and what's your name, and it wasn't all of that.
Right. What's your stats?
I know, right? It wasn't that with him. It was just love and yeah. So
I could tell because even hearing you talk about the salad, I don't see you, but I can feel that you're smiling.
I am.
It's making me smile. And you talking about him and the food, I was like, ooh, that salad look good.
Yeah, it was delicious. Yes, it was delicious.
Wait, let me get my napkin. I gotta wipe my mouth.
I know, right? Right.
Well, I'm
They
glad.
got like a big bossy salad though.
I'm glad
Man,
that you brought that up. I'm glad that you brought up detoxing and cleansing, because I know I talked to Sister Deetra last week, and she brought up wanting to do a cleanse. I'm like, you know what? My spirit has been pushing to do a cleanse. I'm like, I don't know if anybody else in the Elizabeth feel like, might be time to just do a cleanse.
Oh yeah, spring coming up. I definitely got to go because
So
you know what? With the weather going from hot to cold, I know I always have an allergic reaction. Sinus shows up for me, but my body, like the flowers, thought it was time to bloom. It was like, I was like, why is my throat and my ears itching? That's allergy when the trees start to pollinate.
Right.
I was like, it's February though. But no, next thing I know, I was
They
like,
think it's spring though because of the weather back and forth. Have you noticed the daffodils? You know that they planted daffodils on Davidson and Oakman. I see all the green. They getting ready to come up. You know the ones that they did like this. Oh my goodness. Tulips.
So what happened to me? I thought it was springtime. It's like, honey, it's February. It's not spring.
Yeah.
So
the plants are confused.
Yeah.
The plants are confused. The weather, it's confusing.
Doing what they know to do. Yeah. Yeah.
It's confusing.
Well, it's a lot of solar flares going on. Too. People don't pay attention to that. The solar flares cause the headaches and the sinus and the tension extra on all that manipulation. And the solar flares are natural, but because we've manipulated and polluted, we get more the UV, and that protection that we have is being compromised. And so those solar flares are really major on our health and mental.
So let me just see by a show of hands, like pop up your hand if you're interested in doing an Elizabeth detox, because we got more than enough knowledge here for all of us to do a cleanse. And one thing about me and Queen Aduni, I don't know if you guys knew, but we actually worked with Queen Afua 10 years ago. 10 whole years ago. Queen Afua was actually here working with Dr. Jesse Brown, and we had this thing called Detroit City of Wellness, and it was based off this book, City of Wellness, from Queen Afua. Well, it was a group of people. How many people was that, Sheila? Was it like 75, 60, 70?
Yeah.
Of us, and we came together and we did a 30-day detox. That was my first time ever doing a fast. And what is it? This book has recipes in it. I know one thing, I wasn't hungry fasting. It was a lot of stuff that cleared up from fasting. And I think for me, that was the first time I noticed a physical change because my cycle went from 7 days to 3 days and 30-day fasting, getting off of all the processed food and different stuff. And when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, there's something to this. So I'm like, we got more than enough knowledge to put it together and do it together. Because it's time. It's time. I'm even thinking about.
I would like.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I would like to put together that recipe for the drink. Is it the recipe? Was it the pills? The recipe, that green recipe that she
Come
had.
on, Green Life?
Yeah. Because don't you have the recipe in the book for that?
It's in all her books, yes. It's in everything.
Yeah. So I want to do that. I want us to make a batch of that, and I want
honestly,
to
if we do
incorporate
it as a
that.
group, it's more economical. We can get everything in
Oh
bulk,
yeah, okay.
put it together,
Okay.
and then everybody got their mason jar. We can quart size mason jar. We can fill it up, and then we got more than enough for everybody. So I will take a look into that and see. Yeah, everything in there from the Green Life, the Master Herbal Tea. I mean, basically every last one of her products. She got the recipe in all her books.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah,
one thing,
because that's the way I want to do that part of is have the ingredients and have it in bulk and have it there so that I'm not piecemealing, because I run out of something or I don't have the funds to buy. I want to be able to do that. So yes, I'm in for that.
Awesome.
So we got to get mason jars. We got big mason jars. Okay. Okay.
What you about to say, Mama Head?
I was just gonna say with fasting, sometimes I know people will say, "Well, what are you doing? What cleanse are you doing?" And I would do the intestinal cleanse, the master lemon cleanse. And my friends would say, "Oh, I want to do it with you," and they would tell me they want me to make it. I'm not making that's a part of the journey. I'm not making your stuff for you. You need to make your own. That's a part of the journey. Is that sacrifice and that mixing? The lemons, they don't want to crush the lemon. That's all. That's work. That's helping your wrist and your arm. That's exercise, But I really enjoy that master lemon cleanse. That's the one that I like to do. I used to do it yearly. I used to do it twice a year, but I stopped when this old David came because I wasn't eating as much. I had stopped eating so much, but I noticed my ankles and my knees were hurting last week. And when I got on the scale, I was like, "Oh, I know now. I know why. I know why. Whenever my knees and my ankles hurt, I know what it is. Got to push back." And it is time to cleanse. I like to do mine I do them in my birthday season and my opposition, Scorpio and Taurus. So that's spring. So when I get closer to my birthday, I'm going to go ahead and do mine. Yeah,
Awesome.
But I need to clean the body. The body needs to be cleaned out and it needs a rest from all this, everything, mental, physical, and spiritual challenges. So.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
And then your eyes are open.
My situation, my last week opened up my eyes to a lot. I'm like, okay, we gotta release something, and they're definitely gonna help with the fast. What I would like to request is maybe on a Sunday and a Wednesday, if I could figure out the scheduling, how this gonna work. But I would say come together and do batch meal prep. Well, that helps out for me, but they create stuff with the grab and the go. Because I know even while you're fasting, we still busy. We still got lives to lead. We still got jobs to go to and things to do. And it's like, okay, what I don't want to have is a temptation because I don't have food already prepped. So like a meal prep party. Yes, meal prep parties. And we used to do that at the loft. Because when I started fasting, I was actually living at the loft over there on Iron Street. So we had people, and it was people like at Peace and B. Anthony and Queen Aduni. Somehow somebody was always in the kitchen, always cooking something, according to the fast of what we were doing. So it was like we always had food around, healthy fasting food around us in order to do what we needed to do without being tempted. So I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna sit down and create that. And I'm like, I've been wanting to do a meal prep party for a while, where we just come together, we pick recipes, we talk, put the food together. That's what we did with Queen of Food. We put the food together. You learn how to do this, that, the herbs. And I was like, oh, I'm loving this. So yeah, I think this is in creation. I'm taking notes. Anybody else got any suggestions or comments or concerns or, because I think this would be interesting to do this together. I really, really do.
Yeah, well, I want to do the herbs for the fasting together, and I want to do um the Florida water together.
Okay.
Um, yeah. And I heard, okay, there's two, what is the onion and honey, and it's the garlic and honey for like the dry cough that I have with the change of seasons all the time. It's like this at night I get this little cough, you know. And so I don't want to suck on, well, there's sugarless cough drops, but I want to be able to take something more natural. But I want to thank you, Queen Aduni, for introducing me to Tony Jones. That woman, that music, every
Music, yeah.
single syllable.
The
Oh,
Mad Mama Jamma.
And I've had albums because I know I pulled 20. So I made a whole playlist. It said "For My Healing." That's my playlist, "For My Healing." And I told Sheena when we hook up the Apple TV again, that's gonna be playing all day.
Mama Evelyn, did you create your playlist in Apple Music?
Yeah, I guess that's what it was.
Okay, no, because I'm saying you could actually share. If you can share. If you share you can share that playlist in the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Because I would love to see your playlist. But yeah, love Tony Jones. Love. She's got one called Worth Ethic.
Yes.
Love that one.
Yes.
Love that one.
Yes.
Okay, I did the card.
But
I'll
see
read that.
how
real
that's
quick.
coming out.
what's coming
Yes,
out?
it is. So I
Oh,
got
the
the card.
card. The sun is coming out, and what? And you gonna do a card? Yay!
Right. So I picked the Tower card from the
Okay.
Black Tarot group. The Tower.
Okay.
A very powerful
Power.
card.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So
Tower.
it's from
The
the Major
tower. Oh
Arcana,
wow.
the Tower. The
Mm-hmm.
traits are destruction, disruption, and no. Card description is: a devastated shoreline is littered with trash, trees that have been destroyed. Our world is in a dire state. Without strong protective action and time for healing of ourselves and the planet, it will be impossible for the world to recover. The tower serves as a warning of sudden change and the trauma that can come from it. Biopic communities worldwide have practiced indigenous and traditional ways of living in symmetry with nature and her spirits, existing in harmony with the earth for the millennia. White supremacy, the patriarchy, capitalism, political and economic systems that favor greed and consumption over a tradition of conservation and balance have poisoned our planet. The old way is no longer viable. We can no longer live, eat, and interact without the health and stability of the environment in mind. Or if this card ain't on task. When the Tower card is pulled, it is time to consider the following. Do you view your dollar as a vote toward the world you believe in? Are you experiencing breakthrough or breakdown? Can you see beyond your ivory tower? The flower is the Oriolander, which is for caution and destiny. The element is fire. The chakras affected are the solar plexus and root. In Yang, upheaval, emotional strife, sudden change, revelation, chaos, disaster, unhealthy relationships, emptiness and loneliness, negative or hostile environment, failure, bankruptcy, vulnerability to disease, divorce, and tragedy. In Yin, fear of change, personal transformation, avoiding loss, delaying the inevitable, warnings of serious illness, averting disaster. The alignment is realign with purpose and walk at night. Affirmation: I am safe and divinely protected throughout all challenges I face. I am safe and divinely protected throughout all challenges I face. And this card has spoken to everything that I've dealt with this weekend. Everything. So there it is. Thank you, Reverend Omani, for being open for the card, calling for it. Thank you.
Yes.
Booty woo.
Ashe, thank you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you to the creatives for that. People making these cards. I love this sister, Naasha Williams. She is on Instagram. These cards are as bad as getting tattoos. Once you get one deck, I swear, I want people that have cards, please go look and see how many decks you have. You probably got more than 10.
Too many.
How many?
Too many. Let me see. Let me see how many I got for real. One. Wait a minute. I can see two right here. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me look at my little chest. Two. See two. Oops. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Come on, 20.
Wow.
17. And wait a minute. And I will read you too. Oh, let me stop. Gang, I came over here. All the angels flew out the box. Jesus.
I got a deck in front of me. I actually have 2 decks that I have to replace because I had cards from a reading I did at a time when I got my van got broken in 2 years ago when I had a van, and they took the computer bag that had the journal and everything in there. So I have 2 decks that have missing cards in them that I need to replace in order to have a full deck. But this is one of my favorite. It's the Hoodoo Tarot. I like this.
My cousin just got those, Danyelle.
I
Oh my
love
God.
these. I love these right here. So I'm like,
Got them. Got them. Wait a minute. Got them 19. They're in the other room over here where I do my readings from. Oh, here go 19, 20.
Come on, 20. Come on, 20.
I got 20. I got the E-Ting. I got the E-Ting over here.
Oh my gosh, I need to catch up.
Look, do you have some? Wait a minute. Do you have some somewhere else? Because you know you got a deck. Sometimes you have a deck in the car, a deck in the desk downstairs. Come on now, tell the truth.
These are the 2 rooms. These are the 2 rooms. I got 20 decks.
I was just throwing numbers out there. I love it.
No, I got 20 decks for real. I got a little case. I keep them all in. Mm-hmm.
I love
What's the name of those cards again, Danyelle?
I'm sorry, say that again.
What's the name of those cards again?
The Hoodoo Tarot.
Okay.
Does Yvette carry those in her spot? I think she does.
Yes, she does.
You know Yvette Wyatt?
Yvette Wyatt. Yvette be on point. Her tarot section, her book section is amazing. Actually, her store is amazing. That is just, I love her. Her store is amazing. She's got everything. Good spot.
Good store.
It's on 6
Miles
in Shaper.
He just moved over there not too long ago, and that store. When I went in there, because I went there, I said, Yvette, I gotta run around because we got room. I ran around. She got departments now.
It's a great spot. It's a great spot. She's got t-shirts, spiritual t-shirts, spiritual mugs. She's got all the candles. She's got all of the gemstones, the herbs. I mean, she got everything that you need and could possibly want. She has it there. All different type of sages. It's the spot. It is the spot. And you could tell the abundance and prosperity because she's got a whole like living room section with a couch with nothing but all these plants, and every last one of them plants are growing and green and full. I'm like, it's a wonderful spot.
Is it Motown Witch?
Motown Witch.
Yes.
Is that the store y'all talking about? Oh, I like that place. They got good Rose of Jericho's there.
Mm-hmm.
I need another Rose of Jericho. I do.
Oh, the Motown Witch. I love that name. Oh my goodness.
She also does a festival every year too.
Yeah, she has a Hoodoo Festival in May.
Yeah, she got a Hoodoo Festival in May or something coming up. It was in June last year.
I'm going.
I'm going. I'm planning on going.
That sounds like a good field trip or something.
Yes.
So I'm like, and I've known one thing about Yvette too is that she's no, she's a spiritualist, but she's also a belly dancer too. That's how I met her. I met her as a belly dancer, and she was like, not into the pretty stuff. I call it the Egyptian style, but she was more into the goth and the tribal and everything. And I love Yvette. Yvette has always been, I gotta get Yvette on the show because she's awesome. She's just awesome.
We do. We definitely need to have her on, especially for Women's History Month.
Yes.
Making history. We got women making history now. I mean, excuse me, herstory. I'm calling it Women's Herstory Month. I'm not saying history.
Herstory.
Herstory.
Yeah, so you can follow Motown Witch. She's on Instagram, she's on Facebook. And like I said, Motown Witch is over there off of 6 Mile and Schaefer. So it's a wonderful, if you need something of something, that's the place to go. In the hood. I'm trying to see if I can find when her, because I know she got she's listing all the oh, it's on Eventbrite. Let me look on Eventbrite. All the different people that she's got coming to her for that event. But I'm trying to get the date. I think it's towards the end of May, if I'm not mistaken. But
she also has they do Caribbean Festival too now, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, she got 2.
Okay, it's May 20th. The 3rd annual festival is May 20th. May 20th through the 21st. And one of the people that she got on there is Mama Ayana. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Oh, Sookie now. It's going down.
So I'll see if I can find yeah, I think that's gonna be May gonna be busy. We're gonna be busy. Yeah.
It's the greatest month ever.
Oh,
friend. His mother's that previous week. Okay. All right.
Mama Evelyn, I want to say congratulations on Ruby Red, girl. I love her.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
You manifested that pretty quick, girlfriend.
What's Ruby Red?
What did you say about because I asked you that? Remember, I asked you, did things happen really fast? Sometimes
I know. That's like I was like, I didn't know it was that fast though. Like right now, that was like a right now breakthrough.
It started Thursday and ended Saturday.
That's what I'm saying. That was a right now breakthrough.
You drove off the light.
That was like so fast. I was like, damn, she did. That was some fast manifesting. That's all I'm trying to say.
What's Ruby Red? Ruby Red?
Ruby Red is a new car, girl.
Red is not 2008.
Oh, I just saw the picture.
That's Sookie right now. She manifested that quick, y'all. She called me up on Thursday talking about, do things happen really fast? I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, well, there's this car and I don't know if we should get it. I'm like, girl, you better take that blessing and go about your business.
Right.
And she took that blessing and went on about her business. Come on. I love it.
I want to go for a ride. Let's go for a ride in the sunshine. That's so special. And she can carry all the stuff. Come on, Ruby Rose. I want you to look in the door and see when her birthday is. Look in the door and see when she was made. What month and year.
Okay.
So I thought that's so awesome. So congratulations.
Yay.
And what I'm doing is I'm calling next on that. I'm next.
Right.
For my breakthrough, somebody put on there the other day looking for a breakthrough. I'm like, I'm next.
We rolling.
Oh, that's right. Well, I call that. I feel you on that. I feel the energy on that. And once you start changing your mindset on how things show up, once you put them out there, they show up quick with the quickness.
We are now in the vortex, people. We are entering the vortex.
Come on, Mama.
Where everything we've ever asked for, ever wanted, is there. Yes. I was.
My cousin has a white Jeep with leather interior, $4,000 or so. He's on Facebook. I can send y'all that info. And another cousin, my mother's side, my daddy's side. No, this is both my mother's side. And another cousin sells cars on Second over there off Sears and Second, behind Aldi. They have cars for sale. as well. Now, you know, you can get them and not have a car note. You know what I mean?
Manifesting cars and vacations. That's what we
All
manifested.
right. Put it on out there.
So I'm like I said, I love having these conversations with women like you, and I love seeing the manifestation. I'm so happy for you, Mama Evelyn. I'm so happy. Sheila, you next. Aduni, you next.
Booty hoo.
You gotta.
Can't hear
Oh, we can't hear
You
you.
on mute, baby.
I said absolutely, car and space. We're looking at another space to teach.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
It has been said. It has been said.
And new technology. I'm putting all that in there. Money, new technology, and vacations.
I'm going to say and vacation.
Or I might even say vacations. Let's say remote spots to work from anywhere, and be able to work and be on vacation.
And my
It's
permanent
called a workcation.
my
That's a
permanent
workcation.
businesses.
Multiple businesses, yes. So we gonna get I'm gonna work on the Elizabeth Fast. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. And get some information together for that. I'm so looking forward to that. We can figure out some space, come together in our spaces. I got a Vitamix. I know Mama Evan got a Vitamix. We can bring our juices together.
No, I don't have a Vitamix. I wish I will have one. That's on my list. Actually, I have as soon as I pay the PayPal down, I have PayPal credit where if I want a Vitamix, I can get me a Vitamix.
Come on, Mama.
Yeah, I got my Vitamix from QVC on 4 payments. I think it was like $125 a month. I was like, oh, we getting that Vitamix. That was a good investment. But I also see them selling it at Target. I was like, whoa, Vitamix at Target? Okay. So you got a couple of places to go to by which to get that.
Okay.
And if you need to, you can always do the flex pay with Sezzle, Afterpay, or Klarna. So you got options.
Mm. Well, PayPal, it has a 6 months same as cash, no interest. PayPal
I'm using
has.
my blender. It still works. I'm not buying nothing else. I'm gonna use what I got.
I'm just saying we can get our devices together and we can make this happen.
That's
we can
true.
we can make it happen.
I'm on the mission of less consumerism.
Well, last year she bought me. She with her points from Apple, she bought because it was she didn't have to pay for it; it was free. But I got the bullet, and it's the drink mixer, and then it's also a bigger blender.
Right.
So
I had that.
Yeah, but I've experienced the Vitamix, and the way it smooths out things. But then I'm hearing, the roughage is good too. So.
Right. See, the things with those, why I've gotten, again, I'm a frugal, so that's what the thing is, and it's okay. But with those, you can only use them for 60 seconds. You can only run. I don't know about the Vitamix, but I know the bullet you could only use they only wanted you to use it for a minute. You're not supposed to leave it on. And so when that motor goes, it's over. Yeah, so but my blender, my great aunts, my great grandmother's sisters, the Oster blender, the blender ain't never let me down. I'm used to it. I don't mind a little bump. I like a little crunching and munching my stuff. So
yeah, I think with the Vitamix has a lifetime warranty on it. So if anything happens to it, I can always send it back to headquarters. I think the headquarters in Ohio, and they will actually send it back. What got me is that a lot of elders, like Mama Raven, she had a Vitamix for like 30 years. When you hear a lot of people that's been doing this for a while and they're like, oh, I've had this for 20, 30 years, that sold me on it. I was like, oh, well, that's where wealth and investment. If I get it now, I'm going to have it for about 20, 30 years. And Vitamix is an old company, and they still stand by that warranty. So at the time, I was dating somebody that was getting the Health Master, the Health Blaster that Montel Williams was promoting. And then I found out it wasn't health blaster or whatever that helped him manage his MS. He had a Vitamix. He went to Vitamix and was like, can I be a spokesperson for you, because this helped me with my, and Vitamix was like, we don't need you to promote our product. And so he went somewhere else, went to China or whatever, and got somebody to, you know, mass produce something like a Vitamix but cheaper. And every last person that had a Vitamix, the ball bearings were going out. And I was like, okay, I'm not about to spend money on that. I'm going to go to the original source. If you got a Vitamix, I'm going to go to a Vitamix. So there you go. I was like, that's why I stand by Vitamix, because you got 60, 70, 80-year-olds that still stand by that particular brand. So I'm like, yeah, that sold me on that one right there. So I'm like, I'm
Say
excited.
hello. Say hello, Lucifer.
It's a big, beautiful black cat.
Well, he's the littlest of them. He's a snuggle bunny. He likes to snuggle. And he
Welcome.
drool.
What's his name?
Lucifer.
Hi, Lucifer.
Morning Paw. Lucifer Morning Paw. I'm sorry. Lucifer Morning Paw.
Lucifer Morning Paw. Meow. I greet you in the name of House of Bastet. Meow. Meow.
This is he broke the stem to my serger. I can fix it. I gotta figure out what kind of glue will glue plastic, and then fell into the bucket with the bleach water, mop water in it, and we had to give him a bath. Because this is the one that climbs up here and turns on the computer. This is the one that if I was painting something, he would walk all over it. This is the one. This one. But
How
he's
long
the
have
one
you
you
had
can
him?
snuggle with.
How long have
We'll
you
be
had him?
going on 2 years. It'll be going on 2 years in March.
Look, is that Mama Samara energy in that cat sewing and doing artwork with you?
Yes, sir. Baby, yes. Hi.
Mama
Hi.
Sue in there. See, I
Grand
do art
Rising,
too.
Lolly. I see you in the chat.
Hey, Lolly.
Hey, Lolly, are you on the road or are you stable or?
Yeah, I'm stable. I'm multitasking.
Okay.
Are you in Detroit, or are you out and about?
I'm in Detroit now, right now. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
What's
welcome.
up, Lolly? I hear something. What's up? What's going on? You all right?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I just got a lot of work to do, and a lot of it is past due, and it's just a little daunting. But yeah,
One at a time. One at a time.
yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
So I'm excited about the upcoming what is it? Our conference coming up. I think we're back. Are we back on schedule with what is it? Training tomorrow, Queen Aduni? Tuesday.
Yeah, we got a lot to do.
Okay, because we gotta start pushing, because everybody's got their stuff out for May. It's like we gotta start pushing. So yeah, that'll be from 7 tomorrow.
Okay.
Make sure I put that on my calendar. And yeah, I am so excited to be here and to have this conversation with you guys. And I'm just glad that everything got the synchronicity that needs to be there. So yeah.
Is after school program starting tomorrow?
No, it starts
today. It starts
the
today?
13th. It's starting the 13th. They said the school had to push it back. I know. I felt the same way.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Well, that
ready.
means I'm gonna be really ready and get my lesson plans together. Okay, that's good to know. I got one more week to be. Thank you.
Lesson plans and just get scheduling and get everything together. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. So yeah, I'm excited.
And when is the last day for that? It goes until when? It's supposed to be
Well,
19 weeks, but we didn't cut
I think
it
it
down.
goes into, it's not going to be a 19-weeker because the semester is long, but it's a year-long program. So we
I'm talking about the sessions. He has session, summer session, and then the fall session.
I guess it goes.
I think we're
I
talking
guess it
about
all
July,
goes.
June, July, something like
I guess it all goes according to the it all goes according to the school schedule. So we'll get that information from him. Like,
Yeah,
what's the schedule?
it's in the email, I think. I got it in the email. I was just wondering if anybody.
I'm coordinating my vacations around, break time. Spring break, summer break. We do get breaks in between that I do know. So I'm like, okay, be able to schedule some things in the in between time, get some rest and relaxation. Yeah. So what do we have coming up? What do we have coming up, Queen Aduni?
Friends.
Yeah. Well, let me just say that. Let me see what I did. We're gonna play this before we leave. Mainly, okay. So, like, I have all these. I made a whole bunch of these flyers that I need to. Can you see? Oh, okay. I'll show that
Yeah.
after. But I'm going to get your addresses and send them out so you can start passing them out, because I made a lot.
Do you want to mail? Because I can pick mine up if you don't. I mean, I can have Nicole pick some up first so you don't have to mail them. Because they're waiting.
That's right. I can just give them to her. Yeah.
That's right. Let's do that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But okay, so here, just so we went over that. But what I'm adding now is that we'll also be online on Zoom and putting together how they can, yeah, see, I'm putting this part together so that
nice.
if they can't physically make it, they can be online. So that's what I'm working on now. This is our affiliate program, Teamwork Makes the Dream Work affiliate program. And the way it's done at this point is, so you find out how to earn up to 14% commission for every successful referral to attend the conference. And that way I'll know who all it is, who all's involved in it. I mean, if you sell a ticket, then you get some money off of working on that.
Do we get our what is it? Our codes for that from you?
Actually, it has when they buy the ticket, they can put your name, so you don't need a code. They
So
put
use our code. They're using our name.
Yeah.
She's got it in the sign up form. They go in, they put down who is the person that referred them, or they are getting the tickets from. And it goes straight to Sheila to let her know who sold what, how many.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
What happened here? Oh, okay, let me go back here. Yeah. There to register. And then I put on here, we've made it easier for you to secure your seat if needed. Pay 50% now and the balance by April the 15th. If the balance is not paid by the 15th, early bird price will no longer be in effect, and your balance will be based on the regular cost of registration. Absolutely no refunds. You may gift or sell your registration to someone else. They want to do all that.
See, Danyelle, who told you about the conference of the guest stuff? That's where your name would go.
Okay.
And so I checked it out, and it does come to me, and it has all this information, guest of, and all that kind of stuff. So that's really cool.
So I guess tomorrow we'll work on our videos. One of the easiest ways of doing this is doing a video of the Elizabeth conference. Why are we attending? Why are we presenting? Why people should show up?
Yeah.
Why you should be our guest? Be our guest.
Mm-hmm. Right. And Danielle and I were talking about one, we need pictures. We need pictures, and we need pictures with the t-shirts. So we need to get a list of so that Ebony can make our t-shirts. We need pictures with those, and we need good headshots instead of, we just need really professional pictures done. And then we need everyone saying something about, if you're a speaker, talking about what you're going to talk about, just some little promo things that we can send out there and constantly have it out there from each of us. I will be meeting with all the those who are speaking and those who are working. So it's now time to actually talk to people.
Yeah, Queen, I was in a project, it's called the Fetish Project,
Mm-hmm.
where a group of women got together and they read a book called Brandsplaining, and it talked about advertising and how advertising and men dictate how women dress. So these artists came together. Some of them aren't even clothing designers, and they made clothes. So what they did was each designer, they made a video of each designer and their project, and each one had the promo. So that was I saw that, what you're talking about in action. So I was like, okay, this is what Sheila was talking about, but it's called the Fetish Project. Yeah, we did that. Yeah, we had a show yesterday, so that was cool.
Yes. So yeah, and get on here about the and then what I did is I put okay, so Eventbrite does not have the tickets for the conference. The conference is registered on our website. But
can we post it on Eventbrite and just direct it to the website?
Yeah, can we? Or do you have to get a ticket from them?
That's something we can take a look into.
But the vendors thing is on Eventbrite.
Oh.
That as far as getting that, let me show you. Because we want our vendors to pump themselves so they can give out register as a vendor, and then they will be promoting themselves. I am a vendor, and their name and their business or products and stuff. And then here's a vendor's marketplace, a free pass. So you click here and it'll take you to Eventbrite, and that's where they get their ticket. So that makes them have to come to our site in order to get to get there. So in other words, the conference will be marketed in different ways. But yeah, they I know there's some kind of way that you can have various selections in Eventbrite, like I want this day or that day or this day or that day. You can put it on there.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll get it out.
We'll look at that.
So when you say vendor ticket, are you talking about the vendor's table space?
So when this is where they can come in. So in other words, you become a vendor, you'll get some free passes so that if they don't want to come or can't come to the event, they can come and support you.
Support the vendor.
Right.
Okay. But okay. But I'm saying, is this okay? Let me reword my question because I don't know if I said it right. So the vendors sign up on this place too?
No, no,
No,
the vendor,
that's the
it
outside
direct,
ticket.
yeah,
Shopping ticket.
right. The vendors have to call, Mama Evelyn, because
Okay.
we want to make sure we don't duplicate and, we have original stuff, So, she would then, when she approves, then she tells them where to go to sign.
Okay, so
Okay.
what's the vendor fee?
The vendor fee is, I gotta go back here. Mm-mm-mm.
Hit
Oh.
the back button.
No, was it? No, that's a separate.
I thought I saw it before
Here I
the
go.
screen.
Okay, and you also said that they're contacting Mama Evelyn as well?
She's over the vendors. Okay, so vending costs for 2 days, early bird is $150.
Okay,
And the regular, which is as of the 1st of April, is $175 for the 2 days. For 1 day, it's $75 early bird and $90 after.
okay.
Can 2 people share a table? Is that possible? Are we bringing our own table?
Yes, you bring your own tables. And yeah, I mean, I know the two of you work together as one, so. Mm-hmm.
All right. I need to push this and let me just share with you. I did my homework, Queen Adunia. I sent my guest pictures. I hope they were sufficient to the email site.
Thank
Did y'all
you.
see y'all homework?
Yeah, I need the pictures of any guests that you have had come on, the leaders. Now, why was I doing that one? Oh, because it's the anniversary. So we want to acknowledge all of our guests, speakers that have come on. Because that's another angle of celebrating the conference. Mm-hmm.
Now, do we need to put up like we have, and Mama has her, I have my next 4 ready. All my flyers are done. I do need to get a guest for the 28th. But anyway, do we need to include the people up into Mother's Day? I mean, our Mother's celebration?
Yeah.
Because I left off these 4 for this coming up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If you have them already, then
Okay.
fine. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll send those 4 in addition. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that's about it.
Okay, there's Mama. Okay, cool.
Reverend Omani,
Yes.
don't you have something coming up Tuesday evening?
Yes, supposed to.
You want to share?
It's a
Is that from your other groups?
yeah. That's from the people who are already in the group for the manifesting for this quarter.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you. All right. Oh my goodness. So it's time to move on for the day.
Hey.
So glad we had this time together.
Just to have a laugh and
I was
sing
thinking. Lolly,
As you get older, all those old shows come back to haunt you.
I have to tell Lolly that when Diane was telling her, she was really excited about you coming and being part of you know, some things that she was doing. And Lolly was looking over there, I was looking at her face like, I can't add not one more
That
thing.
little thing. Well, she said she got a part
I
to play.
don't care how much y'all paying. I don't care how much, whatever.
Yeah.
Had nothing. Right. You queens, give yourself a big hug. And give the world a hug. And some energy. It was kind of, energy. I know my energy was like, All right, have a wonderful day. Make it fun.
Have a wonderful
Play
day,
the
guys.
music, playing the song.
Oh yeah, let me stop this.
Oh yeah.